let us see type 2 problem of contour integration. And if you see, it is of the form integral minus infinite to plus infinite p of x cos mx whole divided by q of x. So this is second type. So if it is simply p of x by q of x, it is first type. If in the numerator we have cos mx or sin mx, it comes under second type. It's not cos mx simply, even sin mx. It is second type. How do we do is the same method. You consider the given integral as function of z first, e power im z. See, cos mx or sin mx, okay? Let us consider this e power im z. E power im z. We shall discuss it later. See, where c, which is same like our type 1. C is the same contour. C is the contour which denote the semicircle S, and on the real axis from minus r to r. We have to integrate using Cauchy residue theorem, and later we conclude, okay? Let us see problem and we discuss. Second type, you can see p of x by q of x into some trigonometric function, which is type 2. It is type 2. So to evaluate this integral, first you consider the given integral as function of z. The function of the given integral as function of z. And write sin x as e power I z. E power I z is sin z plus I cos z. After doing problem, we equate both sides, the imaginary part, we get required answer, okay? That's why we consider sin x as e power I x it is, but we consider in terms of z, so e power I z. Okay? We know e power I theta is cos theta plus I sin theta. Being sin theta, after doing problem in the final step, to get required answer, we equate imaginary part both sides, okay? So you can, if it is sin 2x, you write e power I 2z. If it is cos x, e power I z, okay? In the final step, we equate real part both sides, okay? Let us see, first you consider this, and C denote as usual like type 1, okay? First we evaluate by Cauchy residue theorem. Consider f of z, find singular points in the rough work, singular points, and you mark here, what are all the points we mark in the upper half plane will definitely lie inside the curve. You can draw that much very big curve, okay? See, next is it because the radius is minus r to r. Radius of the circle is r. Diameter is minus r to r, right? Radius is r. See, z equal to ia is the pole which lie inside C. ia denotes 0 plus ia. When you mark this in xy plane, 0 comma a, okay? It lie inside C, this lie outside C. We find residue only for the pole which lie inside C. Being simple pole, very simple it is, just find the answer. So once you get by Cauchy residue theorem answer, we know what is C, right? So what is C? C denote the real axis from minus r to r, semicircle. So C become minus r to r plus semicircle S. And on real axis Z becomes X. And here Z as it is. Okay, which is pi ia. When r tends to infinity, we get this answer. And this will become 0, and the lemma is called Jordan's lemma. Jordan's lemma, like Cauchy's lemma. Here also when r tends to infinity, semicircle will not exist. Semicircle is S, okay? Semicircle is S. So semicircle will not exist. But the lemma is called Jordan's lemma because we have, you can look at the numerator. The difference between Cauchy's lemma and Jordan's lemma. In Cauchy's lemma, we have simply some polynomial, right? Here we have e power ix. E power ix. So that's why the lemma now is Jordan's lemma. Let I give you lemma, okay? You need not learn lemma thoroughly, okay? They won't ask you lemma, etc. Even I need not say, I can simply tell you by Jordan's lemma. But I have written the theory, what is Jordan's lemma. You just go through enough, okay? So here let us write, this is not the given problem, right? So in order to get the answer of given problem, let us write e power ix as cos x plus I sin x. Then equating both sides imaginary part, we get the required answer. Okay? Which is for type 2 problem. Very simple, right? So usually you cannot expect infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity. It can be even 0 to infinity, okay? See, let us consider the given function as function of z. Cos ax is e power I a z. Cos a z plus I sin a z, okay? Cos a z plus I sin a z. Equating real part in the final step, we meet this answer, okay? So cos ax can be written as e power iaz. You should know what is e power I theta. Cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay. So let us write this as e power iaz. The same contour. Here closed curve. First we evaluate this by Cauchy residue theorem. See, being whole square in the denominator, pole of order 2, right? Let us see what are all the singular points. Let us check in the curve whether they lie inside. So this pole lie inside the curve, but it is of order 2, pole of order 2. So formula is little bit lengthy, right? Use u by v method. You should know this term should get cancelled, okay? Cancel. Use u by v method, integrate, substitute IB limit, simplify. Listen here, simplify. And this is the answer of the given integral. 2 pi I into sum of the residues by Cauchy residue theorem. Okay. Sum of the residues. Okay. After finding answer, now we know what is C. C is real axis from minus R to R and S, the semicircle. And this is X, right, being real axis. By Jordan's lemma, this will become 0 when R tends to infinity. This is not the required answer. We need answer in terms of cos AX. Let us write e power IAX as cos AX plus I sin AX. Equating real part both sides, we get required answer. We have got answer, but the limit is not minus infinity to plus infinity in the given problem. Okay, so in order to get 0 to infinity as limit, definitely when you look at the function, it is even function. Cos, we know cos theta is even. Cos of minus theta is cos theta. This x square plus b square is also even. The product of two even function is even function. So this can be written as 2 times of integral 0 to infinity. Which becomes integral 0 to infinity is 2 comes this side, which is the answer of the problem. Okay, so you can see I have given 2 problems of this method homework. Okay, simple problem, so please try. Okay, so let us see third type problem in the next video. Okay, thank you.